everyone, Johnny Paul here. Welcome back to Magpie Movies. Today, as you can see, I'm in the car. It is Tuesday the 27th of December. My friend and I are going to see Avatar Way of Water at the IMAX in Metro Centre. Don't go to the Metro Centre very often. I couldn't even remember the last time we went. We went and got the, was that Civil War or something like that? Or
Star Wars, wasn't it?
Rise of Skywalker. Did we see that in IMAX? I can't remember.
Yeah,
but we don't go very often because it's more expensive, where it's like a £5. This is like, I haven't even told them the price. It was £17.50.
Each?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. What are we having for lunch?
I don't know, you're paid, because I paid for the tickets. Yeah, so we're going there, so I'm going to do a little video in the Metro Centre. Depending on what time we get there, go around. I might have a look at HMV, CX, and look in Primark. See if we can get Lee Stranger Things t-shirt.
Oh, yes.
Yep. So yeah, let's check in and let's get on with the show. So, just out of seeing Avatar, we were going to go for a Nando's or something similar in the Metro Centre, but when we went in, there were 0 queues. On the way out, there were loads of queues, and we just thought, sod this. So we're back in the car, driving back to Darlington. So yes, Avatar, The Way of Water, James Cameron hiatus. I think the last film he directed was probably Avatar 1. This is obviously going to be try to be as non-spoiler as possible. This is fresh in our minds. So Lee's still here. Say hello. Yep. So what can we say about? Let's go through the negatives first. Okay. So Avatar 2 is too long. You
Far
agree?
too long. Far too long. There's a lot of filler in there. There's like, it's almost like a Marvel TV show where you know that, or a normal TV show where you know that one of the episodes was like an hour long is a filler. That's how I felt with that. It was very much James Cameron, I felt, showing off what he can do, and the storyline itself is more or less a rehash of the first one. I mean, on the first one, you've got the humans coming in wanting to destroy the trees and take what they can from Pandora, and then Navi, whatever they're called, save the homeland, and it's more or less exactly the same here. Different circumstances, different part of Pandora, but it's more or less exactly the same. My bum got very numb and I did need the toilet, but I did survive the 3 hours. Any other negatives, you think? Okay, I think you covered just a mirror image of the first. I thought it was very, very much exactly the same story but based slightly differently. But yeah, I'm a bit deflated by it. It's how I felt when I watched the 7th Star Wars movie, because it was a remake of the original.
Yes.
That's how I
basically,
felt.
yeah. So if you think of it as, this is the Force Awakens to A New Hope. This is exactly what you're going to get out of it. But positively, it looks stunning. The one thing I came out of Avatar 1 thinking was, oh my god, this is brilliant. The 3Ds are epic. Seeing it in the IMAX was well worth it. Although I'm still not happy with paying the 17 quid for the ticket, but we don't do it very often, so it's a one-off. We're now stuck in traffic heading back to Darlow. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Yeah, visually it's stunning. The 3D is great, and it's also 60 frames per second as opposed to the normal.
The underwater scenes are phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, it is very good underwater, especially when you've got obviously they do a lot of motion capture, and you're wondering which is part. And my worry coming into the film was, is this just going to be all CG and you're not going to see much? But it more or less is, but you don't notice it. I didn't think it was going to be what it was. It very much sets it up for, I think the first film was a one-off. This one's setting it up for a kind of a world, a Pandora world. I think this is very much a kind of, what can I explain it as being, as an introduction. If Avatar was the one story, this is more or less an introduction to the world of Pandora and the world of the Avatar. Well, not Avatar, because that's the person, but I just feel it's an entry into Pandora. This is going to be something that you could see going off. It's very much a family movie. There wasn't much focus on Jake Sully and his missus. It's very much on the kids. There's a lot to open up about Sigourney Weaver's character. You got a different, not breed, different. I've forgotten what they're called now, but there's a different species and race of the Navi. These ones are underwater, which you get introduced to, so that's another opening up passage for that. But yeah, overall, enjoyed it. Too long. James Cameron loving himself too much in it, you can tell. But before I give my rating, what would you give it out of 10?
7.5.
Okay.
Overall, and most of that's for the visual aspect of it all, because
I was being still quite deflated from the whole thing.
Yeah, so for me, if you're going to score it purely on how it looks, 10 out of 10, if not more. It's visually stunning. Avatar 1 and Gravity 3D were the two best ones I've seen in the cinema. This one, with the 60 frames per second, it just looks visually stunning. However, with regards to the movie itself, I'm only going to give it a 6.5 out of 10, maybe 7 at a push. It just wasn't. I'm just, as Lee said, I'm just feeling deflated coming out. 3 hours. Honestly though, if you want to go in there for a spectacle and the sound and everything, 100% go and see it. But for me, 6.75 out of 10. First one for me is still a 7.5 out of 10. Visually, again, I always say if Avatar was as good as it looked, it'd be excellent, but it's not. I think sometimes they're looking too much over how the film looks to what's actually happening. But to be fair, they've done a very, very good job of how it looks. But yeah, I think this is just an entry into a massive series, as we know, maybe getting up to 9 movies of these, and this is very much an entry. There's loads of like family members that can go off on, like I said, the Sigourney Weaver story, Jake and his wife's story, other tribe stories. There's lots of world that can develop. But yeah, so there you go. But that's it. I would say that's a quick spoiler-free review.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I think Lee's in the same boat as me, although he did score it a bit higher. But this has come from the man who likes Rock of Ages.
Yes.
So yes, that's it. And on that bombshell, I'll leave you to go. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to please like, share and subscribe. And I shall see you all in the next video. This is Jody Paul, last surviving member of Magpie Movies, saying what we do in eternity. No, what we do in life echoes in eternity. I always get it wrong. How can you? Anyway, bye for now.